All new for you tonight. David Wade Ruby is a North Texas man who fought in the Vietnam War. Nearly 30 years after his death, though, there's a battle in Cooke County over where this man is buried, because no one's really sure where that is. Our Marvin Hurst tonight with the search for David Ruby.
The ones that are in the ground, if they're not maintained,
Of all the places Jimmy Hadley
they just get lost.
thought peace could be secure,
Basically, I was thinking that there would be like some sort of marker.
it was his grandfather's final resting place.
I don't see how you could keep track of where people are buried if there's nothing even there.
New Hope Cemetery in Mountain Springs is where a flat grave marker provided by the government sits on land that's hopefully the late David Wade Ruby.
The real decoration was the way he treated people and the work that he put for 22 years in the military, to serve his country.
Decorated and honorably discharged after the war in Vietnam, Ruby died in 1997. There became a gap in visits to his gravesite. No tombstone or permanent marker for nearly 29 years after Ruby's death, until his grandson says he found this marker in storage.
That was provided, by the military.
But when he got to the cemetery, finding his grandfather's grave became a game of guess.
Basically, walking the cemetery to see if we could find any placard or...
He tried to get help from burial experts.
He went out to the cemetery where Mr. Ruby was buried, and his best location, he was suggesting there's a VA marker. If you can align the burial with the emert headstone.
Help from the cemetery's keepers led to this metal probe.
So this is what
The 38-year-old and his wife became grave detectives.
I basically try to see if there was anybody buried there. So right here would be that tree right there.
Taking a picture from his grandfather's funeral
We lined it up with the car, the tree.
and trying to
right
match
here.
photo and
And
earth
then right
to
here,
the
you'll see
very same spot.
We're right in here, 2 to 3 foot.
Then in went the probe,
Right here's where I originally...
over and over.
Here's another one right here. I felt that it stopped, and I heard thunk, thunk. You can hear it, and you can feel it in the rock. And that right there, it killed me.
Hours of hard work. He hit something 2 to 3 feet in.
Kind of made me feel like I was putting a metal rod in my grandfather's heart.
So we reached out to the board that oversees the cemetery to find out what is the deal with Mr. Ruby's gravesite. They tell us there is no formalized logging system. The systems that were in place, well, it dies with each person who's over it. The current president says he logs what you see is on the ground here, and he keeps it in a book. Board President Dan Alexander wouldn't go on camera. He says, though, that he can't be sure that the Rubies placed the marker on the right grave, but he will allow it to stay, unless someone else protests the spot the family marked is another body. Alexander says putting a marker on Ruby sooner would have helped.
He's the ultimate victim, my grandfather.
It's an old cemetery dating back to the late 1800s where tombstones have shifted, practically eroded, even crumbled to the ground. And without a system for families and future keepers, which state law requires, Jimmy Hadley believes any new hope of avoiding a burial mystery is dead.
I know, in my heart that he's up in heaven. I know that. But as far as his remains, you don't know.
In Mountain Springs, Marvin Hurst, CBS News, Texas.